Good day everyone around the world. Today we have a job. We have this laptop. The laptop looks nice. It's an old laptop, but from the outside it looks very clean. This is a Dell Vostro 2520 model. This laptop came in from South Africa. I received this laptop from one of my colleagues who is working on a construction company in South Africa, and the guy, he knows that I'm doing something with the electronics, and as he was passing through the scrapyards for one of the scrapyards in South Africa, he found this on the dumping site. Yeah, some other countries maybe this is a thing of the past, but here in Zimbabwe, this laptop, a lot of people, they are still using this model of laptops. So he found this and he remembered me. He said, you know what, if I go to Zimbabwe, I know my guy can do something with this laptop. And yeah, that's the laptop. I don't even know why this laptop was sent on the scrapyard in South Africa. I don't even know the reason why he found this laptop on the dumping site. So can we fix this? I think we can. What I discovered, all the screws are missing. We have one screw here. The CD-ROM is intact. We still have a battery. Okay. So let's see why this laptop was sent to Scrapyard. 19 volts, 3.6 amps, coming with the power supply. Here at the back, there's voltage drop to 1.9 volts and is taking max current, which is 3.6 amps. Because that's the current limit that I set on my adjustable power supply. So voltage drop and max current, to me, it looks like we have short ground. One of the components on one of the power supplies is shorted to ground. That's what it means when you plug in the Dell charger and there's voltage drop. Or on some Dell laptops here, on other Dell model of laptops here, we have a blue light. And when you plug, the light goes off. That means we have short ground. Fine. So what can be shorted here? We don't have screws. What I want to do, we don't have time. So let's get inside this. Let's see. The keyboard. Here we have the switch button. You know, the connector for the switch is not even connected. This one maybe is coming from the for the touchpad is unplugged. So can we fix this? But what I know, we have short ground. Short ground can be easy to fix. Trust me, there are serious water damage inside this laptop. Trust me. Let me check out the motherboard. We have serious water damage. When I say serious, they are serious. Let's check out this motherboard. There's no way this motherboard is going to work with this kind of serious of water damage which is inside this. Let's check out some connectors. Almost each and every power supply there is water damage. And I don't think I'll fix this. I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna fix this, but we can try. We can try. This motherboard. Oh yeah. I never seen such kind of water damage. I never. From my from the history, when I started to fix the laptops, I never found hope you can see. So let's see. Here we have water damage. Water damage here, water damage here, water damage here. This is the vehicle section. You can see 2 cores, 4 MOSFETs, water damage everywhere. Here we have another power supply here. It's water damage. Here, next to the CMOS battery, we have, even on the CMOS battery, it's water damage. Here, water damage on this. This looks like the 3.3 and 5 volts power supply, because coils are together. Coils, 4 MOSFETs, output capacitors, which are electrolyte. Here we have 2 coils. On these MOSFETs, we have water damage. On the other side, here is water damage. All these components, it's water damage. Here, water damage. Let's go under microscope. Maybe you think I'm exaggerating the fault. Let's have a look under microscope. You see, this is a water damage. Here, we have water damage. Here, we have water damage. Here, where am I? Here we have water damage. But on the Novatone, we don't have too much water damage, but we have some components. Here is water damage, and here it's another water damage. Here you see all those water damage. Now, we are only on one side of this motherboard. On the other side, we have same issue. You see that water damage. Here is another power supply, it's water damage. Here, next to the network card, that's water damage. This motherboard. Here on the charging port connector is water damage. Here we have another power supply, water damage. The vehicle for the processor is water damage. Oh yeah. I've seen some kind of water damage, but trust me, this is serious. This is serious, and please don't blame me if I fail to fix this motherboard. Don't blame me. Isopropyl alcohol. What we are doing here, we are cleaning the whole motherboard. We are cleaning the whole motherboard. Let's check out this CMOS battery. Because if this was found on the dumping site, probably this is already a dead CMOS. What voltage do we have? Is 0. This is dead. We will replace the CMOS battery. That is if we manage to fix this motherboard. I'm not sure if I'm gonna manage to fix this. So maybe this laptop maybe the war of the rain season, all the rains get inside the components, all the components were affected, and maybe we can't fix this. Maybe we can't fix this. Even if we are to replace corroded components, I don't know, but this is serious. This is serious. Just doing a video with no hope. Those are the kind of repairs with no hope, because maybe the chipset was affected by water and we can't do anything. We can't do anything. Let's dry up the motherboard. Let's dry up this motherboard. I think we need to take down this network card. Maybe underneath this network card we have other water damage. Yeah, it is water damage. It is water damage. Let's just pray to have a working chipset. Otherwise, it will be a waste of time. So now we clean the motherboard. Yeah, we clean almost everywhere. We have the charging port here. That's the charging port. And if I check on the other side of the motherboard, first MOSFET, second MOSFET, and the current sensor. So let's go under microscope. On the input section here, that's the input section here. This MOSFET is shorted. This is shorted. This is shorted. Current sensor to ground is a short. Drain to source is shorted. Source to gate is not shorted. So all those input MOSFETs, they are reading a short. Okay. So the next step is to get rid of the components 5 volts. Let's play with 5 volts on the main 19 volts power line. I want to see the component which is causing short to ground on the main VCC. Yeah, we have a short thermal camera. Here, what is here? What is here? But the problem, I can't feel any heat. Let's raise the current 4 point. Let's pay attention on those ceramic capacitors where I'm suspecting the heat is coming from. We have this power supply is for the processor, the vehicle power supply. What you can do, the heat is coming from these two guys. So let's take down those ceramic caps. Let's take down those ceramic cap. Let's take all of them. The ceramic capacitors, they are out. Let's check for short on same spot. Uh, here. No, we still have a short. We still have a short. We still have a short, so maybe those capacitors were still good. Maybe the short is on the other side of the board. Uh, I'm checking on the other side of the motherboard. How can I check the other side? I want to stick this probe on the current sensor and have a look on the other side of the motherboard. The whole motherboard is heating up. Okay, that's not an issue. That's not an issue. So what we're gonna do here, what we're gonna do, let's try to check for this short. Maybe the MOSFETs, they are shorted. Well, the heat is coming exactly here. You know that the problem with water damage can be too complicated to fix. Good. I took out all those MOSFETs. Uh, And you still have a short. No, the MOSFETs are good. Maybe I'm on the wrong direction. Huh? Maybe we are on the wrong direction. This motherboard. Let's play with this motherboard. This is ours we have been given, so we can afford to do anything. Let's see. So I'm sure the short is coming from the other side of the motherboard. Let's turn the upside down this motherboard here. Let's concentrate on those 3 ceramic capacitors. Uh, because we have to find this short, otherwise we won't be able to fix. Good. Now no, how is that even possible? Current sensor to ground. We still have a short. Where's this short? So what is left on this power supply are the MOSFETs. Uh, One, two, 3, 4. We took down all the MOSFETs. Yeah. This is a tough repair. Trust me, this is a tough repair. The repair is not as easy as I was expecting. Guys, it's not a luck day for the stranger. It's not a luck day for the stranger. Someone to help me. Where's the short? Where this short is coming from? I'll solder a wire on the current sensor so that we can able to check where this short is coming from. So yeah, I just solder a wire here. We want to move further. What I will do, I will take out the heatsink. I'll take out the heatsink. Maybe there's something underneath this heatsink, or there's a shorted component close to the CPU which you can't see. The heatsink is out. Let's come with the power supply, ground, and the plus, and it's taking exactly 4.5 amps. What is taking this current? Let's raise the current to the maximum, 5.2. Let's check out this processor. Yeah, the processor is out and we still have a shorted motherboard. Where is this short? 5 amps, nothing is heating up. Trust me, this is a very hidden shot. Yeah, this is no longer a game. Here on this spot, what is here? We have a capacitor. It's not even capacitor from the power supplies. Let's go on a microscope. It's good for everyone to see. Maybe, yeah, that the heat is coming from those two guys. I disconnected those guys. Back to the current sensor. We still have a short. So maybe we have two main components shorted to ground. Yeah, this one is shorted. So this capacitor is shorted to ground. I think what I would do, let's take down all these capacitors. Here, let's go on all the suspicious ceramic capacitors and take them down. Here is a suspect. Because if you can't take out the short, yeah, we can't fix this. Maybe two main ceramic capacitors are shorted to ground. Okay. Another area. Now, let's test again for shorts. Why? Hmm? Why? I'm disconnecting the ceramic capacitors from the power supplies. You know the capacitors which are meant to work with 19 volts. Uh, we still have some here because now it seems like we have a bunch of ceramic capacitors which are shorted. Good. I disconnected most of the ceramic capacitors, and we still have a short. Where's this short coming from? Any idea where the short is coming from? So what I've done here, I disconnect all the ceramic capacitors and I remove those input MOSFETs which are shorted from drain to source. Now let's test for short again. Let's test for short again. This is ground. We still have a short. Huh? After disconnecting all the power supplies, all the ceramic capacitors. So trust me, here we have so many shorted components. Here. So let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Let me take out another motherboard and let's go each and every power supply replacing ceramic capacitors. 1 second. So we have this board which is for space. We are working on this one. I'm going on every power supply and replace ceramic capacitors. I know it's hard, but we don't have option. Where to start? Let's start here where we disconnected those ceramic capacitors. This is the vehicle processor. This is the processor power supply. This is the power supply for the processor. Here we are replacing six ceramic capacitors. Because what I've noticed, most of the power supply of the ceramic capacitors, they are corroded and they are giving me short after short. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not easy. Why we are replacing all ceramic capacitors? Because in most cases, one capacitor goes on short. But here, I think I found 3 or 4 ceramic capacitors on short. And we are replacing one, we are checking the next capacitor goes on short. You know, it's an endless game. The job is not easy. The capacitors, they are running away. Why? Too much air. Here we are done. Let's go on the next year. Here is next to the battery connector. So we are now on 8. We can check for short. Maybe you understand why we are replacing all those ceramic capacitors. But someone has a question why we are replacing those capacitors. This one is cracked. It's reading a short. This one is reading a short. You see, these capacitors, they are not even connected. All of them, they are shorted. So now we have 8. If we replace this, we'll be on 8. Don't forget the number of ceramic capacitors, because the number, that's very important. Capacitors. This is a big problem coming from South Africa. A very big problem. Good. Now let's go here next to the charging port and replace those guys. They are also not good. Ceramic capacitors. Let's do it. Good. So far we've replaced the chain. Let's go here on this power supply. Next to the LVDS for the screen. Here's a problem again. So if we replace this, we'll be replacing 13 capacitors. Thirteen ceramic capacitors replaced. Yeah, it's not easy. You need a lot of patience to do this kind of repair, otherwise you give up. Now we're just working, hoping that we still have a working chipset. Good, 13 replaced. Let's go here and replace those two guys. 2 plus 2, 13 plus 4, 17 ceramic capacitors replaced. What you can do? Tell me if there's a better option. Tell me if there's a better option for this kind of situation. Because most of these ceramic capacitors which you are replacing, some they are not shorted, but they are cracked. So the moment when you inject the power, they are going on short. That is the problem. Uh, okay, 17 replaced. Where are we now? Where are we now? Here, we have another one here. That whitish ceramic capacitor is no longer good. Which is our capacitor number 18. Uh, Another one. Yes. 18. Here we have 2 more. Which makes this, which makes number 20. If we replace these two, they are not in good shape. This is another power supply. I want to see the end of this. That's what I want to see. Twenty capacitor replaced. Let's go here. That's another power supply with one guy disconnected. That's 21. Here I think it's meant to have 2 ceramic capacitors. So if we replace those 2 on number 22, let's replace these 2 guys. Capacitor number 22 replaced. Here we have another problem here. This looks like another power supply which needs 2 capacitors to be replaced to number 24. On this one which is disconnected. Here we need a soldering gun to get rid of this pad. This is a situation. Replacing 24 ceramic capacitors. If suppose this was a customer's job, how we are going to, I was going to charge the customer. How much I was going to charge the customer? How much? We need another motherboard to take off the capacitors. Let's replace ceramic capacitor number 24. Let's go here. We still have many problems. We still have about 1, 2, 3, 4 cracked capacitors, which makes them 28. Which makes them 28. This is on short. This one. Let's start replacing here. Here. This is the power supply to charge the battery. That's where I am right now. Okay, 28 ceramic capacitor replaced. Let's see. Our Novaton chip looks good. Let's see here. Here we have one missing, and this one doesn't look good. So that is our another 2 capacitor to replace, which makes them 30. I won't believe today replacing 30 ceramic capacitors. Let's replace this here. there was meant to be a capacitor. I'll replace both of those capacitors. Or maybe here we need another solder. We need soldering wire this side. So let's replace that capacitor. That's the third capacitor the capacitor number 30 to replace. Fine. Let's check here. We have two more capacitors which doesn't look good, which needs to be replaced. We have two more capacitors here, and the input MOSFETs, they are missing. So let's first take down those capacitors. That makes 32 capacitors replaced so far. What about chips? What about chips? No one knows. MOSFETs. Those are P channel MOSFETs, so I'm just replacing with another P channel MOSFET. Because the MOSFET is 4407, the last digit of the MOSFET is an odd number. So most likely it's a channel P MOSFET, two channel P MOSFET on the input section. So my question is, I think we have replaced so many ceramic capacitors. I think we've replaced so many. Now let's check for short. Seems as if the short is gone. But I can only confirm this with the power supply. Yeah, we replaced the capacitors, but still we have so many issues on this motherboard. I don't think I can fix this, because what I discover here, some MOSFETs were shorted. All these MOSFETs were shorted. We have another small MOSFET here which is shorted. Uh, uh, what else did I notice? I noticed uh, here we have the BIOS chip under the PCH. Here we have the PCH. At the back we have the BIOS chip. Checking on pin number 8 of the BIOS, it's a short to ground. So most likely this is the BIOS for the PCH, and the PCH is also dead. On the BIOS chip, pin number 1, 2, 3, 4 is ground. Pin number 5, 6, 7, 8 is also beeping. So here's beeping, here's beeping. After replacing 32 ceramic capacitors, maybe the E.C chip is also dead. The ceramic capacitors, yeah, the ceramic capacitors around the E.C chip, they are showing a beep. On the coils, this is the 3.3 and 5 volts power supply. All these coils, they are beeping to ground. So maybe even this driver for the 3.3 and 5 volts power supply is dead. So you see, this is the reason why you can't play too much with water, especially on electronic devices. Well, this motherboard, I think, was soaked with water for some days. Maybe it was on the damping side, and during rain season, all the components get corroded, and yeah, we can't fix. At least we have learned something. Don't play with water inside electronic gadgets. Can cause serious damage. Look how many components we replaced. Not only these components, we still have a long way to go. Dead PCH, maybe the driver for 3.3 and 5 volts is also dead. Here we have the Novatone. Maybe the Novatone is dead. I'm sorry. I can't fix this one. I think that is the good point to stop. This is the good point to stop. I can see on my OBS, we spend an hour trying to figure it out. I think, yeah, my colleague did a good job, but we can't fix the motherboard. That's the unfortunate part. So, yeah, that was a tough repair with so many faults. Let me know what you think on the comment section. Like, subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification for future updates. See you on the next repair. Bye bye.